Mary redeemed a $50,000 cash prize playing Chumba Casino online.
I was only playing for fun, so winning was a dream come true.
Chumba Casino is America's favorite free online social casino. You too could have the chance to win life-changing cash prizes. Absolutely anybody could be like Mary. Be like Mary. Log on to ChumbaCasino.com and play for free now. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details. The voice in the preceding commercial was not the actual voice of the winner.
Love getting prices that are lower than low on food that's fresher than fresh? Then shop at Kroger. We give you more ways to save on the fresh you love with tools like the Kroger app, where you can find personalized coupons on top of weekly sales, giving you prices that are lower than the everyday low. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
And now you'll find more ways to save on your favorites. When you download digital coupons, you can use up to 5 times in one transaction. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Albert Einstein said, "Don't listen to the person who has the answers. Listen to the person who has the questions." My name is April Novoa, and welcome to the Everything Considered podcast, where we discuss everything from mysticism to philosophy. Thank you so much for joining us today. Are you looking for guidance and direction? Stop on by the House of Light Tuesdays from 12 to 3 and have tea and tarot with Christy. The House of Light is located at 29 Jackson Street in Noonan, Georgia. Call 470-414-6711 for more information.
The House of Light brings clarity to your soul, offering a safe space for healing through our compassionate practitioners, services, classes, and wisdom, plus the tools to support you in our retail space.
The Herb Shop offers alternative holistic approaches to health, as well as personalized programs for your specific health issues. They are located at 408 Ridley Avenue in LaGrange. Stop on by or give them a call for more information at 706-756-1400, or you can find them on Facebook at The Herb Shop LaGrange. I am an insatiably curious person. Everyone I meet is my teacher. Sometimes those lessons are blessings, and other times they challenge me and help me to grow. My goal as a host is to provide a gentle space of honest consideration, communication, and respect for all, as everything's considered. Welcome to the show. Good morning, this is April Novoa, and you are watching or listening to the Everything Considered podcast. Today I'm very excited. I have a really sweet gal here by the name of Alexa Yelkin. And Alexa does a kind of energy work that is called access codes. So Alexa, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Very glad to have you today. So how did you come in contact with access codes?
So I was into horses, still am, but I came across a chiropractor who adjusted my horse for me. And I looked on her website and it had access bars on there. And I'm like, okay, I love this because I love energy work. I love healing modalities. So I had to try it. And the first time I did it, I started crying. And I'd read all the stories about people's experience. And it was like, wow. So this is legit. And then I was like, I need to get certified in this. So I got certified 3 months ago, and I've been working on clients ever since.
That's very exciting. So it's called access bars. Is that correct?
Yes, it's called access bars, and it's in a modality into access consciousness.
Really? That's fascinating. So what is a typical session like for someone that doesn't know anything about it? What can they expect?
Well, it really depends on the individual person. Every session is unique, and every person is unique. You're not going to get the same experience twice. Some people experience colors, some people experience vibrations, or you might not even experience anything at all. It doesn't mean that it's not working. How we say it is, at the worst, you're going to feel like you've had a great massage, and at best, your whole life will change. Wow.
So tell me a little bit about energy. I mean, tell me a little bit about how do you do the technique exactly?
So what I'm doing is that there's 32 points on the head, And when lightly touched, dissipates the thoughts, feelings, emotions, points of view, judgment that limit you in, for say, money, sexuality, body, creativity. All of those things will dissipate those energies around that so that you can create space for you and creates the choice so that you can create more in your life.
That's very interesting. Is this any way related to like Chinese medicine or the elements or that sort of thing?
Yeah, not that I know of.
Okay.
Now it could be. It was actually channeled by a guy named Gary Douglas.
Okay.
And he was giving a massage, and he found this thing, and it was, it's in his practice. So he's teaching it now.
So it's a channeled work then?
Yes, it's a channeled work.
That's really exciting. So what do people come to you for? Like, what is their, what are they looking for when they come to see you?
Usually it's because they feel stuck in a certain area of their life, or they might have experienced trauma. They might have, want to get out of pain. It can help with pain. It goes.
Oh. I think I'm losing you here just a little bit, Alexa. Yeah.
It's running an energy through the system.
Okay.
But yeah, they just want to get free, and they want to heal their body. They want to hear their limited in what they can do.
Okay. It's really exciting. And you said that we're having a little bit of technical.
Freeze on me.
Yeah, you're frozen just a tad.
Oh, I think you might have frozen.
Okay. Yeah, we've been having a little bit of technical difficulty here. I'm going to pause. Okay. All right, we're back. I apologize, audience. Sometimes technical difficulties happen, and so we had a moment where we lost Alexa for a little while. So what do people come to you for? Like, what is their, what are they looking for when they come to see you?
Usually it's because they feel stuck in a certain area of their life, or they might have experienced trauma. They might have, want to get out of pain. It can help with pain. It goes.
Oh. I think I'm losing you here just a little bit, Alexa. Yeah.
It's running an energy through the system.
Okay.
But yeah, they just want to get free, and they want to heal their body. They want to hear their limited in what they can do. Okay. It's really exciting. And you said that we're having a little bit of technical. Freeze on me.
Yeah, you're frozen just a tad.
Oh, I think you might have frozen.
Okay. Yeah, we've been having a little bit of technical difficulty here. I'm going to pause. Okay. All right, we're back. I apologize, audience. Sometimes technical difficulties happen, and so we had a moment where we lost Alexa for a little while. But so you were talking about how it affects people's energy and the different things that they come in for.
Okay, so they usually come in for like a trauma, or they want to get out of pain, or they want to they feel stuck in an area of their life, and they want to not feel as limited in who they are. Okay. So it just kind of like moves energy and creates opening for healing. Yes. And getting kind of unstuck. Because a lot of people right now, I think, feel stuck, especially after all the things we've gone through the last couple of years. It's hard we're all trying to get back to normal, but sometimes you get in habitual routines and it's really hard to move from them. Would you say you're finding a lot of that with your clients? Yeah, a lot of them. I have one that keeps coming back, and she's like weekly. She loves them. And even her sister's like, this girl has changed.
Wow. So what is she finding more in her life? Just like more openness, maybe being more positive.
Yeah, more positive. Her thoughts have changed. Yeah, her points of view around it have changed.
Right. I do think human beings in general kind of are negatively biased. Like the brain immediately wants to go to negative conclusions. And then, of course, we know that our thoughts produce beliefs, and beliefs, result in actions. So that's really powerful. Somehow you can, using energy work, kind of open those spaces up for people so they can see their unlimited potential or more potential.
Exactly.
That's really exciting.
We are limited. We are not finite beings, but we are infinite beings. Right. So when we create something as finite in our body, we create a wall. And science tells us that wall is 99.9999999% space.
Right.
So why is it preventing us from moving forward? What if we could deconstruct that wall and move past it?
Right. That's very interesting. So the walls that we have in life, generally, we've just created in our minds.
Exactly.
I think back to when, and I can't remember, like, I'm not a numbers person, but when they thought human beings could only run so fast, and then someone broke that record, and now like tons of people have broken that record. That's very, very interesting. Yeah. So we create limits in our minds, and somehow those create, like, would you say, like, energetic blockages?
Yeah, it'd be energy, frequency, vibration. That's how I think of things. Okay. How we say it is our mind is only good for making toast and tying shoes. That's about it.
That's true. I concur. That's really true. So typically, how long are these sessions? How long do they usually last?
It really depends on the person. Generally, they last for about 30 to 45 minutes. And they can last for usually 6 weeks is what, the reoccurrence is. But you can get your bars run every single day. If you get your bars run every single day for 30 days, people are not going to even recognize you.
Wow. That's pretty interesting. Now, you said originally, now you had can you do this on animals? Does it work on animals?
I've not heard of it working on animals. Now, that's not to say that it's impossible.
Okay. I wondered, because you said you're kind of a horse person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Access has other modalities that they use to communicate with animals. It's all about asking different questions, because our questions create the space. Answers disempower, questions empower.
That's really interesting. Can you get into that a little bit more? Can you explain a little bit about questions?
Sure. So how we say it is, we want to find the awareness. It's not necessarily an answer. When we create an answer, we again make it finite. So the questions bring up an energy, and then we use a clearing statement that is good, bad, right, wrong, hot and pop, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds, or now POVADs and beyonds. If you want more information, you can go to theclearingstatement.com, and it'll explain that for you. But the question will bring up that energy in you, and then that clears out that judgment. Because when we define something as good and bad or right and wrong, we create that finiteness, if that's a word. And you're rigid. You can't make a different choice, so you limit yourself in making that different choice.
That's very interesting. That does kind of line up with Eastern philosophy a bit in terms of duality and non-duality. The mind likes to label things good or bad. We're all about labeling in our society, and so much of that is just kind of not real.
It's all just a choice, and our choice create our life. Our points of view create our reality. Our reality does not create our point of view.
Very interesting. This is quite a different mindset, but you don't even have to tell people these things necessarily. There's no real, doesn't have to be any kind of communication during this. It's nonverbal, right?
You can chat if you feel free to, if you're feeling a thought, and that will get the energy moving, of course. Or you can just sit there and fall asleep. When you're asleep, the brain is our biggest blockage. So that kind of shuts that part of you off, and more is allowed to flow out.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I think our minds limit us in so many ways. We're really, it's interesting to me, the difference between us and animals. They don't, they don't experience trauma the same way we do because we store it, right? And they kind of process it immediately. Yeah. So it's very, very interesting. And it's our minds are our biggest hurdles.
Yep.
So who would be like an ideal person to come in and use this? What walks of life do your clients come from?
Well, it all comes from choice. The first step is making that first choice. You have to choose it. So once you're able to choose it, then everything in your life will change. So it's not really an ideal person. There's what we call a human and a humanoid. A humanoid believes itself as finite, and a humanoid knows that it's infinite, and it can make different choices, and it's interested in what else is possible.
Right. So a humanoid would be someone that just they believe in more of a materialistic way of looking at the world, as opposed to believing that there's something to the human beyond the biology, correct? Okay. So, wow, that's really very interesting. So would you say it's important to kind of like have the correct mindset when you come in, or does it really not even matter? The work's going to do
it doesn't matter. It's all in the person's ability to receive and the willingness to receive. You know, I had a session with one of the other practitioners that I've learned from, and she said, if you feel the person can block that energy, but once they let that go and they think about expanding, that energy can go through and clear out a whole lot more.
You know, that's fascinating. I was a massage therapist for decades, and one of the things that I theorize, or I believe, and probably it's not even a theory, probably somebody somewhere has done some kind of study, but wherever we hold tension in our body, we tend to have some sort of pathology or a beginning of a pathology. And I guess that applies also to the causal body or the emotional body, that wherever there's a blockage or tension, we create some sort of pathology, whether, you know, that be on a spiritual level or an emotional level. It's really, really interesting. So you are at the House of Light. Is that where you primarily practice?
Yes. I'm going to start doing house calls here soon.
Okay.
But that's in the future.
Okay. Now, if I was, what kind of preparation would you recommend someone do before they come to see you? Is there something they need to do or not do before they show up?
No. Like I said, it's all in their willingness to receive. Now, the more energy work you do, basically what the bars do, once you've done the clearings and everything, the bars set that in to your body.
Okay.
So it's like the final touch.
Okay. So would it be a good idea to be well hydrated or anything?
Yes. Energy, sugar, salt, and water are the four main food groups that the body needs. And we talk about asking ourselves or our bodies, because our body is separate from the spirit, what it needs. So once you have that awareness, give that body water, sugar, salt, or it might have meat or whatever. But yeah, it's once you listen to your body, that space can also free up. Okay.
So probably good to be well hydrated, maybe have had something to eat, something on your stomach, so that you're not like laying there feeling like you're hungry or thirsty. So if I was to come in, I can keep my clothes on, I can lay there fully clothed,
it's
no problem.
Totally fully clothed, no
not like
stuff,
massage therapy, not like massage therapy.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good. Yes, of course not. Absolutely not. So when you did your training, did it take a long time for you to complete it?
Well, it is, for certification, it's a day long. It's like an 8-hour training process, and you run bars 2 times and you receive bars 2 times.
Okay.
So it's a full hands-on day of just learning and experimenting and being willing to play.
Right. Yeah, because it is all kind of play, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's
Yep.
about having fun. It's about, enjoying life, being able to be that child again.
Become like a little child. Absolutely. That's beautiful. So your website, you can be contacted at, I have a lifestyletransformation@gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And the House of Light, we've got, they can call to make appointments there at 470-414-6711. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. And so, guys, this is Alexa Yelkin, and she does access bars. And again, a lifestyle transformation at gmail.com, does a lot of her sessions at the House of Light at 470-414-6711. So a last question for you, Alexa. If you could live at any period of time, when would that be and why?
I would say the here and now. We talk about in Access, we create our lives in 10-second increments and maybe even less. So once we learn how to choose in 10-second increments, we can create our future, or we can deconstruct our past.
Oh, that's very interesting. So to be fully present and to be fully in the now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's really, that's a very good answer. I like that. And access bars, access codes, can really, really access both the past and the future.
Yeah, it can go back as far as 10,000 years through past lifetimes. Even another thing I didn't mention is 98% of all our thoughts, feelings, emotions don't actually belong to us. So it clears out that gunk that we've been transmitted with over lifetimes and picking up.
That's interesting. So all this could also be accessing generational traumas.
Exactly.
Oh, that's really something. And of course, change the future as far as how a person expresses, because they're not so limited in their thinking anymore.
Exactly.
That's really great. This is quite a work that you've discovered here. I'm excited that you're bringing it to us at the House of Light. Is there anything else you want to share with us before we let you go?
I think that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Thank you so much, Alexa Yelkin, Access Bar practitioner. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. Can find her. Go ahead and give her an email at a lifestyletransformation@gmail.com. Find her at the House of Light. Give them a ring if you want to schedule an appointment at 470-414-6711. Alexa, it's been an honor and a blessing to have you here today, and I wish you a great day, and thank you so much for coming on with us today.
Thank you so much for having me. Enjoyed it.
Thank you. Bye for now.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us today on the Everything Considered podcast. Join us next Friday at 10:30 a.m. on WQEE. Feel free to like, share, and comment about what you've heard today. To find out more about my work, please visit my website at humandesignsimplified.weebly.com.
Mary redeemed a $50,000 cash prize playing Chumba Casino online.
I was only playing for fun, so winning was a dream come true.
Chumba Casino is America's favorite free online social casino. You too could have the chance to win life-changing cash prizes. Absolutely anybody could be like Mary. Be like Mary. Log on to ChumbaCasino.com and play for free now. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details. The voice of the preceding commercial was not the actual voice of the winner.
Dad's Mr. Popular at the JCPenney Father's Day sale. From teas and tech to fragrance and fitness, find cool gifts for every kind of dad. Surprise him with an iTouch Active smartwatch, now $29.99. Score major savings with doorbusters like St. John's Bay Polos, just $7.99, and shorts, $16.99. Plus, shop extended store hours Friday and Saturday. Shopping is back. JCPenney. Offers valid on select styles through 6/19. Some exclusions apply. Doorbusters and smartwatch excluded from coupons. See store or jcp.com for details.